Welcome back, this is Dell, and we are back in my Let's Play for TerraFirmaCraft. And I gotta say, guys, we're gonna start out with some storytelling, but I wanted to look down, I wanted to survey what I have done, because, oh my gosh, you guys will understand in a second. So, I've had an interesting week with this, a weekend. Yesterday, I was fixing a few things, and literally, oh my gosh. So I go to log in. Actually, I was going to log out, and my Java crashed before it saved it properly. So I went back to log back in, and I was over at the workshop. And I go to log in, and the game says, yeah, right, whatever, I'm going to take forever. I'm like, alright, this kind of bites, a little worried, so I kick it out, start it again. This time it takes a little longer, and it loads up one single chunk of the world around where I was standing, right in front of this workshop. So I went from having everything I'd done to having nothing. Tried to fix it for probably, I don't know, a couple hours yesterday, and finally I gave up. There was nothing I could do. I hadn't actually saved the world separately. I am changing that. Oh my gosh. So last night, while running LFR on one of my characters on World of Warcraft, I went and started up a duplicate of it. I said recreate this world, and I started to redo the world in creative mode up to the point where we're at today, because it's, you know, I'll be honest with you, I'm having fun with this series. I have recently joined with and become a partner with Google, and the last thing I want to do was start completely over. I mean, and the creative, doing it, even trying it in creative was just insane. The amount of work I've done. I mean, this was just little hilly stuff all the way through here. The amount of terraforming I've done, the amount of farming. Yeah, no. Now the good news, the amazing news, is that today I was going back and forth, and I got done with terraforming that, and I rebuilt the house, and I forgot certain things. I fixed the garden, and I set up what I could remember of the charcoal pit. And I came over here, and I didn't have anything down except for clearing this out and getting it ready to put the barn in. And I came over and was building my road over here, and this rock wasn't in that world. And so I'm like, alright, fine, this is a chunk I have. I can log out, and I can log into what's left there and pull that off. So I log into there, and I'd done this multiple times this morning to show, you know, what had happened. And to check on it. I'll admit, the first 2 times I did this morning, it was hopeful, oh my gosh, please be back. And I'd just given up on it completely. I had just resigned myself to recreating it, and was kind of having fun doing it. It was kind of neat to see how far I'd come. And I logged in to check and see where this was, because it didn't make any sense. I couldn't find it. And it was all back. Everything was all back. It was amazing. I was excited. I mean, literally, I have been giddy. I started out the morning with a headache after going to the doctor, and this made my day. I have my world. I'm so excited. Alright, while I was telling you stories, I was going to go chop down trees. I succeeded so well. I have started to refill the charcoal pit, because I have gone through so much charcoal. We have 23 copper ingots. Let's see here. Oh, the next fun thing. So I didn't decided not to torture you guys with this. In this area, as far as the eye can see, okay, as far as I can run on this mainland, I could not find any chalky rock. Now, the silliness where I was trying to make myself a copper tool on a stone anvil, that was the silliness of it. That was where I was like, why doesn't this work? I'm very stupid, because I hadn't looked it up in a while. The copper was a ways off, so I just didn't retain it. Went back and looked it up and realized I needed to make a copper anvil. I'm like, sweet, alright, no problem. Come in here, open this up, put 2 pieces of copper in, and it did nothing. And that was with it heated up. And I'm like, oh, what am I doing wrong? So I looked it up again and realized that the reason I haven't made any leather armor is because I haven't had any flux or any of the stuff that you get from the chalk to make that, to weld pieces together so you can actually make your ever-friendly and popular, you know, anvils, so you can make copper tools. Yeah. So I went searching. And there was a cave, a ravine with cave in it that I'd written down the coordinates to, and I went there. And I went and started to explore it, and I got my tail end handed to me over and over again by a skeleton. The frustration and anger is beyond words. Oh my gosh. I mean, I literally, phew. Let's just say I wouldn't want any children to hear what I finally said. It got to the point where my nerves were so shot. Oh, we're going to sleep soon. My nerves were so shot that I literally jumped and squeaked when I went searching for my items at the bottom of the lake after I'd escaped the cave and another skeleton got me in broad daylight. Confusion. That I literally about hit the ceiling because a squid swam in front of me. I decided I better stop for the moment. But in that cave, we're going to go back there at some point. I will show you what cassiterite looks like. Oh, I put it away. I found actually a cassiterite vein. Was really excited about that. And then I went and searched for chalk. I got in a boat and I went in a different direction than I've ever gone before. And I came upon a chalk mountain. Which means we can make copper tools. Oh, whoops. You didn't have enough in you. Oh, we're not using that. Rhyolite works better. No chalk. That chalk has special use. So I mined up myself a stack and a half of chalk, turned around, got in my boat, and came home after exploring a little bit up there. Because, you know, you gotta explore. That's just how it works. So we have chalk. We can make our iron anvil. Or not iron, I'm sorry, copper anvil. We can go in the copper age. We can make ourselves some copper tools. We can start looking at the possibility of copper armor so I don't die so often. Wouldn't that be amazing? Alright, home. Home time. Go faster. Oh, okay. A couple pieces of annoyance for anybody that actually might have some influence or just to commiserate with you guys. Copper ingots do not, if you know how they store, let me know. I've not been able to find any information. Copper ingots do not go into chests, which is why I got so angry at dying so often because, well, 23 copper ingots is a lot to lose in this game. I mean, a lot to lose in this game. I was livid. So if there is a way that I do not know of to store copper ingots, please feel free to let me know. That was a little insane. Annoyance number 2, I can't seem to remember at the moment. I'll tell you in a second. I also realized, 1, we made it through the winter without the corn popping out of the ground. And I'm wondering if it just didn't get as cold this time. Very confused. We're going to move the maple into here. We're going through charcoal like crazy. It's most definitely time to put more. We'll come back to that. Alright, so I'm just throwing wood at that like crazy. Yeah, my nerves are still shot. That looks like a creeper to me. Hello, nerves. Alright, let's go. We got flux. We got more chalk. We don't have... we have enough stone. Put that in there. Did you guys see our hammer? It was looking pretty sad. So, you take the easiest way, in my opinion, to remember. Take the top row off. Cut out one corner. Cut out the other corner and finish it. That's the easiest way for me to remember it, at least. Alright. Doop-a-doo. I did add... Hello, egg. I like subsisting on eggs here. I did add a floor under here because my other fire pit fell through. In fact, yeah, let's do that really quickly before I forget. Show you guys how to use a chisel to get those smooth stones. Run. Let's see if I still have the glitch over here. If this is all I have left after almost losing the world, I am not going to complain. Is there a hole? Yeah. There's now consistently a hole over here, and I don't know why. It doesn't go away ever. We can look down in it. But if that's the only thing I have left after almost losing the entire world, I am good with that. I will just avoid it. I was playing around when I was learning how to use it, and I made myself an M. I was playing. Alright, so you have to have, big key, you have to have a hammer in your inventory, on your bar. Absolutely have to have. It's the only two things you have to have on the bar. Everything else can go. Let's make this very obvious. Hammer, chisel, must have. Alright. To do it, let's see, I believe M is a change. This is smooth stone. Hit it once, it becomes a really pretty decorative smooth stone. M changes it to a stair. We'll have a stair up to our smooth stone. There you go. Hit M again, it changes it to a slab. I think. Oh, okay. I hadn't tried this one. It takes a layer off of it, so every time you do it, it makes it a layer thinner. See? Alright, and I believe the last one is the exact little trivets. So we will put a, yep, no? It's not? Yeah, there you go. So we'll put a D in this. For Dell. Oh, come on, you guys had to have figured out why. I think I just made that one deeper. There we go. That is how you use a chisel. And then when you hit M again, it goes back to the smooth stone. To get your smooth stone, the bricks, I'm pretty sure you have to do where you want them. I.e., I don't think I can mine it up. I think, yeah, it just disappears. This, though, pops out, is a pretty little smooth stone that you can move. That, I'm pretty sure, has to be where it's at. This is our little testing block, if you can't tell. Alright. My escape when I was using the... Yeah, that... Wintertime seems to break those so badly. My desperate search for cassiterite as I tried to figure out how to get out of the Stone Age. Yay, we're going to leave the Stone Age. I'm a little excited. Alright, here we go. Okay, so... We know this one's about to die. We'll just take it out and put that one in. Next question. I think they have to be hot. But we'll look at this. 99% sure to weld something, it has to be hot. Put the flux in. Yeah. Alright, we'll take that back out. Leave the flux in there. Right. Actually, having a fire pit is helpful. 1, 2, 3. If you guys remember how to start a fire, drop 3 sticks. Don't pick them back up. 1, 2, 3 on gravel. I don't know if it can be anything else. And hit it with a fire starter until it starts. Then you throw some wood in, which we're going to have to get some more. Alright, so what is... If you guys remember the very, very important rule of reheating any metal. Put a ceramic mold in so you don't lose it. Very, 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 very key. Don't be like me and lose it. Oh my gosh, don't. It's very frustrating. You literally want to punch something when that happens. It's so annoying. We'll take you out. Less place for things to hide on the way. I could use charcoal in here, or peat. I gotta find some peat still. But wood is so accessible right now. Especially a very tall tree like that. If it gets hot enough. So as it gets hot, I'm pretty sure we want it to be at the very hot point. I think it almost needs to be, I think it needs to be bright red is where I think it was at. So we're going to take a moment. But yeah, so you guys can understand the frustration. I mean, I hear you start up an LP and you start up a channel and your goals are to 1, have fun, and 2, see where you can get, and 3, actually, eventually I wouldn't mind making a little money doing this. It would be fun to do. Be a nice way to get some extra funds for things. And then you come back one day and your computer and Java have said, yeah, screw you. You don't get that. You have to start all over again. And if I was playing Minecraft, or, honestly, even Feed the Beasts, it's not as... Feed the Beast can be very time consuming. Don't get me wrong. Don't anybody please take insult to that, because I really love the game and there's a lot you can do in it and I have a lot of fun in that world. But it's not... finding things, finding your ores, that stuff is so much easier in that game. You go down into... I think we're good. Dark red. Let's get a little hotter. You go down into a ravine in that world, and there's just ore everywhere you look. You need bigger bags. In this world, it's like, it's just constant. You can't find anything. It's just a very frustrating, it's like guessing, I guess is a good way to put it. Let's guess and find out where it's at. Let's try to hit this wall, and then we're going to follow it forever, and there's never going to be anything that you want there. That's what I feel like about that cast right, by the way. Oh, coffee. Why are you so good? Hoping this stays hot enough. I may have to pop it back in for a second, but it's going to take a while to cool off, so. Also hoping I'm right about the temperature. Hello, as you lose temperature. Any case. So our goal today is to meld these together and come up with double ingots. And I will pause it after we get this first one that I want you guys to be present for. And we will weld the first two, and then you have to have the shape of an anvil. So 3 on top, 3 on the bottom, 1 in the middle. So you're talking 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 blocks to heat up and put together. Most likely I could throw it back into the other part. And I may want to do that. I may try that while you guys are off, not waiting around for me like this. If we get ourselves an anvil, a copper anvil, we'll find a place and put that in here. And once we get that done, then we can do the, oh my gosh, amazing thing of making a copper pickaxe. Oh yeah, I said it, a copper pickaxe. And we can get the rest of the copper out, and we'll start working towards copper armor and all kinds of other amazing things that aren't. Wow, this is cooling off way too fast. Hurry up, come on. I'm so excited. The frustration this weekend of dying so often was so horrible. I kept getting ambushed in that cave by the skeletons with enchanted bows. That got me once. I went back to get my stuff, and there were 5 zombies. They were like, oh, hi. And the next time I came back, there were 4 creepers. I'm like, oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. This is insane. This game, the creepers, no big deal. Unless you're really low on life, use them as ammunition against the zombies. Zombies, not that big a deal if there's only one, but when you're surrounded by them and they start to just completely converge on you, it gets rough. Skeleton archers, run the other way. Spiders, run the other way. Those two are the worst thing you can hit in this game. It's so frustrating. I need to make a second bed, take it with me, and farm that way, which is probably what I'll do for the wood. I'll probably just get my butt moving, get out there, take a bed with me, find a spot where there's tons of wood in a place that I'm not going to want to use to have woods, and just farm wood like mad until I have a full inventory, take my bed up, and come home. That's the most likely situation. Am I going to be able to get these hot at the same time without using the bloomery? Or a second fire pit might be good. I did originally have one. It's just going to take some timing. Am I boring you guys yet? I'm sorry. I don't mean to. Blue. So, I hope you guys have some, let's see, we got July 4th coming up. If you're in the United States, I hope you have some fun plans for that, or at least get to see some fireworks. Lived in an apartment at one time that had the view of the city's fireworks. It was an old historic manor. We were on the 3rd floor, and we could open our French door, sit on our couch, and watch the fireworks. It was quite amazing to do. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. That manor, though, we did move out of it because because across the road there was an old abandoned house, and we saw cops, police officers raiding the house and going through it very quickly, and it kind of freaked me out, and I decided, you know, I think we're done here. I think we need to find a new place to live. Alright, weld, no rules. Not hot enough. Alright guys, you get the idea of what we're supposed to be doing, so I am going to pause this and see if I can figure out how to finish this. Alright guys, we are back, and yeah, so I need to make a bellows before I can actually benefit from heating copper up. So the copper is going to sit, and we're going to work with tin today. So tin has a very tiny area where it's hot enough to be welded and not turning into a lovely mess of more again. So I've got 3 pieces here. We're going to do this, and then I'm going to go through and get the rest of it done. And, well, actually, Yeah, let's just do this. Alright, so we need it to be hot with 4 stars. We need both of them to be hot with 4 stars. So cross your fingers, we can get this moving fast enough. Because that's down to cold already. Blarg! I really think I need to make a second fire pit in here. The first one I did, pulling them out of these when they were still insanely hot, just come out of liquid. So let's let that go to very hot. Cross our fingers, it does not melt on us. It melted. Oh, that means it's very hot and it'll stay hot for a second longer. Once that's not liquid anymore, we'll toss it back in there. Let's see here. Put some oak in there. Actually, we don't need that much oak in there. Let's not go overboard. Oh, bad. Okay, we can't screw this one up or we lose it. Just an FYI. Don't want to lose it. So, 4 hots. See, it's already getting out of that spot. 4. Put this in here. We may be too late. Bend, 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 bend. Hit, hit, hit. Ingot. Hot. Probably not hot enough anymore. Flux. Not hot enough anymore. Darn it. Alright, we're making a second pit. That's just all there is to it. This is getting retarded. Alright, so where are you at? There you are. We'll take it back where it was originally. Hey, we get that back. Quite nice. Cross our fingers, nothing ambushes us. Hello, music I haven't heard in a while because I've had it pretty much off. Give. Thank you. No ambush. No ambush. Phew. No ambush. Alright, fire pit number 2. As we covered earlier, 1, 2, 3. Smack it multiple times. Hey, we have 2 fire pits. Alright. So we'll toss some oak in there. Toss some oak in there. One of our ingots in there. No, take that ingot back out. Bad. We don't want to mess this up. We need to have one of these in each. Options. Background music. Even for me. Maybe not for you at all. Alright. Okay. Are we having fun today yet? I lost my timer. Bad news. Bad juju. Have a messed up episode if I don't have that. We've seen what happens when I don't have a timer. I start to have fun and you guys end up with a 45-minute episode. Which I'm not so sure you guys like. Alright. So once we have those 2 welded, we will heat up the double ingots. At which point we should be able to make a sword, which I have a pattern for. And then I'll show you the rest of the swords. Those are my goals for the rest of the episode. In between now and when my next episode, I'm going to come up with some ever-friendly little cows. Bring them home, start some breeding. Probably go to a far-off land and kill a bunch to get some leather, because we need to start working on getting some bellows and going from there on that. Hot. Not very hot yet. Hot. We want it to be hot and 4 stars. No hotter, no less. Very small window to work in here. We're almost there. 4 stars. No. Hello. Grab the 4 stars. Put it in. Hot, hot. Weld. Take that out of there. Weld. You're not hot enough anymore. What? I am very confused now. Does it keep its heat once it's in there? Put you back in. I need 4 stars. Put you back in. Get you out of the way. 4 stars. 4 stars. Very hot, actually. In. 4 stars. 4 stars. Woohoo! We have 2 ingots. Now, the goal is to take our friendly popular sword blade. I think it's still workable at this point. Put the sword blade pattern in. Put our ingot in. Aha, we have rules. Alright, hit last, bend second from last, bend third from last. So we want to do a lot of bending. So let's do a heavy hit. Another heavy hit, then we'll bend, 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 hit. Oh, it's way over there. Oh, let's bend a while. And kill our... Grrr. Alright. No, no, don't give me... I killed it. We may have to heat it up again. So when you do that too much, all the way across. 2, 3, 4, stone hammerhead. We need to make a better one. No doubt about that now. Stone Age is not a good place to be. Hello. What did I do with it? Did I lose it? I lost it? I'm confused. That shouldn't surprise anyone. Stone hammerhead, put that there. Take our stone hammer. If you guys remember correctly, you use it. And then put it in. And go back to here and put the doubling it in there and get it nice and hot again. Tofu. Alright, in this case, I wonder if you're supposed to have 2 molds to catch all of it if it screws up and melts. Let's just not melt it. I think that's a good idea. Warm, warm, warm. Warm faster. Warm more. Hot. Oh, haha, all the wood's gone. Hot. What do I even have in this other one? Absolutely nothing worthwhile. So we'll put that in there. And get 1 more hot, go to 4 hot, and actually that's workable right there. So put that in, put the plans back in, and hit. Too much. Hit. I'm so confused. I don't think it's correct. There we go. That's better. Bend, 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 hit. Guys, I have protection finally. Oh my gosh, you guys have no idea how much I've wanted a sword. So, we now have a sword. Alright, other things I wanted to do was show you how to make a couple of these patterns. So we've got our ink, we have no paper. Beneficial, no? It'll work for a few pieces at least. You, paper please. Okay, thanks, bye. Alright, first one. We're going to show you what we just made. I'm not going to make it again, but I'm going to give you the pattern. Alright, so you take your paper. Of course, it helps if you have your scribing table. Toss your paper in. Take your ink. For a sword, it's 1 on the bottom. I always look at these like cross-stitch patterns, and yes, I'm a nerd enough to do that. 3 there, 3 there, and 1 there, and that would give you, 2 there, and that would give you a sword pattern, which we already have. So we're not going to actually click the button on that one. Now another thing I want to make with one of these ingots is I would like to make a saw blade. You get more wood planks when you saw wood with wood and not another axe. So we have our paper in. Saw blade is almost opposite of the sword. In fact, it's really close to duplicated. Just an extra ink, I believe, on this one. 2, 3, 4, and then 2 there. Obviously, that's an extraneous one in there. We have a saw plan. Woohoo! Alright, now we're going to put our ink in over here again. Get some more ink. You inked me. I've got that stuck in my head from Nemo. Alright, there's the saw. The scythe is used. I had to look this up. I did not want to know what it was used for. The scythe is very awesome in the fact that that's not going to get hot enough. I'll put that in there and make some more of these. Take that out, put some more in there. Alright, so the scythe is used, amazingly enough, to take off the leaves in a 3x3 area, I believe. And if you have been doing the punching, you can imagine how nice this will be. Scythe is almost all on the top. It's 4 across, leaving the last one blank, then 4 across, leaving the first one blank, and then 2. And you have a scythe blade. Woohoo! Scythe blade plans. Last but not least is the actual stone axe, or the regular axe. At some point you get sick and tired of making stone axes. With all the tin that I've gotten, I have seen more opportunities for more. I actually do want to make one of these just for the ease of it. We'll see how much I actually use it. We're going to need more than 9, so back to the crafting table. Put our ink in. And not there. Good morning, scribing table. Last piece of paper. It actually looks exactly like what you make when you're doing your napping. And we have our plans for our ever-friendly axe head. Now, all but the sword are made with regular ingots. You can make a tin axe or a copper mace head if you'd like to hit things with a mace instead. I will do that pattern at some point. We can also start working on making some tin armor. For that, we will have to do the double ingots, and then we will have to do plating, and then putting plating together. Very involved. Definitely want to take care of that. I'm just pretty excited to actually have what I have so far. So guys, this about wraps it up for today. We have some more copper there. I'm really a little too excited about some of the stuff we've managed to put together here. After thinking I lost everything, you guys can imagine just how crazily exciting it is to know I didn't. Hello, creeper. No, we don't want to talk to you. Some things I will definitely be doing in between now and then is coming up with the cows. Probably add a cow pen on the opposite side so they can go in and out like the pigs can. Potentially expanding the pig one, taking that tree down. But the pigs are doing pretty good on not starving in this stuff. So that's not a bad deal. So we're going to put the cows over here. We're going to have to find a place for chickens. Bring home a male chicken. Do a whole lot of farming of wood. So we can actually get somewhere. I'll show you. I'm going to remake and continue using this one and continue filling it for charcoal. But I also think I'm going to do some extra because you go through charcoal like mad. It is springtime, so I will be replanting our garden. If you guys have any requests on what you'd like to see in the next episode, let me know. Definitely having fun working my way through this and quite obviously getting excited about things and not being able to do them. So bellows, so we can reheat our copper ingots and make ourselves a copper anvil, things like that. But as it stands, the time has run out for me today to talk to you guys. I hope it didn't drive you nuts with too chatty an episode. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, as usual, just ask. I will try to help in any way I can. This is definitely an interesting mod to figure out and can be rather frustrating with limited information and the fact that the forums still seem to be down. So, as it stands, I think we'll end this episode with a have a great week, and I will talk to you guys in the next episode.